15 mind-blowing facts about the USA that will leave you speechless. Number 15. Mind-blowing pizza consumption. Americans eat so much pizza every day that it could cover 100 acres. Think 75 football fields stacked with cheesy slices. That's a wild way to see how much they love this food. Pizza is quick, delicious, and comes in tons of styles like pepperoni or fancy veggie combos. It's perfect for a fast lunch, a party, or a chill night with family. Thousands of pizza shops and delivery drivers work hard to keep everyone fed. This pizza craze shows how America mixes all kinds of tastes into its food culture. It's not just a meal, it's a way to hang out and share good times. The amount they eat is almost hard to believe, proving pizza is a huge deal here. Whether it's a thick crust or a thin one, Americans can't get enough. This fun fact makes you realize how deep their pizza obsession runs. Number 14. Flag designed by a teenager. A 17-year-old kid named Robert Heft designed the U.S. flag with 50 stars in 1958 for a school project. He guessed Alaska and Hawaii would join the country soon, and he was right. Out of over 1,500 designs, his won and became official in 1960. It's awesome that a teenager's idea turned into something so big. Every star stands for a state, showing how America grew. This story proves you don't need to be old or famous to change things. Today, that flag flies all over, schools, offices, everywhere. And it started with a high schooler's smart thinking. Heft saw the future before it happened, and his design stuck. It's a cool reminder that anyone can leave a mark, no matter how young they are. The flag's a symbol of unity, and it came from a kid with a big dream. Before we jump to number 13, make sure to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and ring the notification bell, so you never miss out on more unbelievable facts. Number 13. The world's oldest active constitution. The U.S. Constitution, written way back in 1787, is the oldest one still used by any country. For over 230 years, it's been the rulebook for America's democracy, keeping things fair and steady. It's called a living document because it can change. 27 updates have happened, like the Bill of Rights, which gives people freedoms such as speech. It's amazing how it's lasted so long and still works. Other countries even copied it when making their own rules. The Constitution's strength comes from being flexible enough to fit today's world while sticking to its core ideas. It's not some dusty old paper, it's alive, guiding the nation every day. That staying power shows how smart the people who wrote it were. It's a big reason America's government has kept going strong for centuries. Number 12. A global economic powerhouse. The U.S. economy is giant. It's over a quarter of all the money made in the world. If the world's cash were a big pie, the U.S. would have a massive slice. This power shakes up markets, sparks new ideas, and sets trends everyone follows. When the U.S. does well or hits a bump, other countries feel it too. It's fueled by all sorts of businesses: tech, movies, farming, you name it. Companies like Apple and Amazon started here and now run the show globally. The U.S. also leads in trade and big decisions that affect jobs and prices everywhere. It's a lot of responsibility, and it keeps the world spinning. This huge economy isn't just about money. It's about pushing things forward and making life different for billions. That's why the U.S. is such a heavy hitter on the planet. Number 11. Silicon Valley, Innovation Epicenter. Silicon Valley in California is where tech magic happens. Big names like Apple, Google, and Facebook all started there, changing how we talk, work, and have fun. This place gave us smartphones, social media, and so much more. People from all over the world flock here to invent the next cool thing. It's not just about gadgets, it's about making life easier and more connected. Online shopping, streaming shows, that kicked off in Silicon Valley. The area loves bold ideas and isn't afraid to try wild stuff. It's why America leads the tech world. Every phone or app you use has a bit of Silicon Valley in it. This spot keeps dreaming up the future, and its inventions reach every corner of the globe. It's the heart of the digital age, pumping out ideas that shape how we live today. Number 10. A melting pot of immigrants. The US has over 50 million immigrants, which is about 28% of its people. This huge mix makes the country a colorful blend of cultures. People come from everywhere, bringing their traditions, languages, and foods. You can enjoy tacos from Mexico, sushi from Japan, or pasta from Italy, all in one place. Festivals like Chinese New Year or India's Diwali light up cities with music and dance. Places like Little Italy in New York or Miami's Cuban neighborhoods show this mix up close. It's not just about different faces, it's about the stories and talents these folks share. The US started as a spot where anyone could chase a dream, and that's still true today. This blend keeps the country lively and fresh, proving it's stronger because of its differences. Number 9. An unmatched cultural influence. American movies, music, and style reach every corner of the world. Big films like Avengers or Titanic fill theaters globally, raking in millions. Singers like Beyoncé or rappers like Drake top music charts far beyond US borders. Even clothes like blue jeans or baseball caps start here and become must-haves everywhere. This isn't just fun stuff, it changes how people live and connect. TV shows like Friends get watched years after they air, and social media trends spread fast from the US. It's all thanks to creative people here who keep making new things. This influence isn't loud or pushy. It's a quiet way the US links people across oceans. It's like the world speaks a little American every day. Number 8. No official language, yet English reigns. The US doesn't have an official language set by law, which surprises many. Still, English is what most people speak. This setup shows the country welcomes everyone. Folks can keep their own languages, like Spanish in Texas or Chinese in San Francisco, while English ties everyone together. Walk down a street in Los Angeles, and you'll hear tons of tongues. This freedom comes from the US being built by immigrants who wanted a fresh start. English runs schools, businesses, and government, keeping things smooth. But the mix of languages adds flavor, proving the country can be united and different at the same time. It's a cool balance that makes the US stand out. Number 7. Thanksgiving, a timeless tradition. Every fourth Thursday in November, Americans celebrate Thanksgiving. It started back in 1621 when Pilgrims and Native Americans shared a meal to thank for a good harvest. Now, it's a big day for food and family. Tables grown with turkey, stuffing, and pumpkin pie. Yum! People also watch huge parades like one in New York with giant balloons or cheer for football games. It's a moment to stop and think about what's good in life. Over 400 years, it's grown into something special, pulling in all kinds of people. Everyone adds their own twist, like spicy sides from the South or extra sweets from the Midwest. It's a holiday that's simple but deep, all about gratitude and being together. Number 6. Extreme geographic diversity. The US stretches from Alaska's icy lands to Hawaii's warm beaches. It's got everything. The Southwest has hot deserts with towering cacti, while the Northeast has thick forests that turn red and gold in fall. Mountains like the Rockies rise high for climbers, and flat plains in the middle grow food for millions. This variety means wild animals, like bears in Montana or alligators in Florida, thrive in their own spots. People can ski in Utah one day and surf in California the next. It's a giant playground that never gets old. This mix of places keeps the country exciting and shows off nature's wild side, all in one big backyard. Number 5. Yellowstone, the first national park. Yellowstone became the world's first national park in 1872, starting a trend to save wild places. It's packed with amazing sights. Geysers like Old Faithful shoot water high, and hot springs glow in wild colors. Animals like bears, wolves, and big bison roam free. This park kicked off America's love for keeping nature safe, and now countries everywhere do it too. Scientists visit to study its steamy pools and rocky canyons. People love seeing its beauty, from deep valleys to bubbling mud pots. It's a place where nature rules, and the US said, "Let's protect this forever." That choice still inspires folks to care for the planet. Number 4. The Grand Canyon's immense scale. The Grand Canyon is a giant wonder, stretching 277 miles long and up to 18 miles wide. The Colorado River carved it over millions of years, cutting through rock to make a deep, colorful canyon. The walls glow with red, orange, and brown layers, each one a clue to Earth's ancient past. It's so big that the weather changes from top to bottom. Cool up high, hot down low. Animals like bighorn sheep roam its cliffs, and Native American tribes have called it home for ages. The canyon's size makes you feel small, but its beauty pulls you in. Scientists study its rocks to learn about the planet, while visitors snap photos of its stunning views. It's a natural masterpiece that keeps amazing people year after year. Number 3. Charitable generosity on a grand scale. Americans give more to charity than any other big country, sharing money and time to help others. They donate a huge chunk of their earnings, more than most nations, because helping out is a big part of their spirit. People volunteer at soup kitchens, build homes with groups like Habitat for Humanity, or send aid after storms hit faraway places. It's not just the wealthy, regular folks join in too. This kindness supports schools, hospitals, and even animals in need. Famous charities like the Red Cross got their start here, and the US leads the world in giving. It's about neighbors looking out for each other and making life better, not just at home but everywhere. This habit of giving shows how much Americans care. Number 2. Extreme weather extremes. The US has some of the wildest weather on Earth. Death Valley in California once reached 134 degrees Fahrenheit, a scorching heat that bakes the desert sand and salt flats. On the flip side, Prospect Creek in Alaska dropped to negative 80 degrees Fahrenheit, so cold your breath turns to ice in seconds. These places show how different the US can be. One spot is a blazing hot desert, the other a frozen tundra. People live in both, using shade and water to beat Death Valley's heat or piling on coats in Alaska's chill. The country has everything: sunny coasts, snowy mountains, and everything in between. These extremes prove how tough nature is and how people adapt to it. It's a wild mix that makes the US stand out. Number 1. Innovative freedom of expression. In the US, people can speak their minds, even if others disagree. This freedom comes from the First Amendment, a rule that protects everyone's voice. It lets folks share bold ideas, make art, or stand up for what they believe. That's why the US has led the way in cool stuff like the internet, movies, and electric cars. People protest, write songs, or start companies, all because they can. It's not always smooth, but it keeps things moving forward. This right has sparked big changes, from tech breakthroughs to social movements that spread worldwide. Everyone gets a say, and that fuels the country's energy. It's a freedom that shapes how Americans live, think, and create every day. Which fact intrigued you the most? Let us know in the comments below with its number.